Hello teachers, welcome back to our teacher's introduction of PoPoDoo and PoPoDoo Smart English. This is part 4 of our part 4 series, and we're focusing on pedagogy. So let's jump straight into it. Here are our 6 levels, okay? Now this is the first book of each level, so A1, B1, C1, D1. But what I'd like to point out is that all of the books are structured in the exact same way. So we could take book A3, we could take book E3, we could take book D1, it doesn't matter. All of the books are structured in the exact same way. So once you start to get used to it and get the hang of how to teach one book, you will be able to teach all the other books like a pro. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look inside one of our books called D2, okay? And here it is. Now, D2, like I said, is exactly the same as every other book. And every book is structured in this way. We have let's learn, let's do, letters, sounds, fun time, and assessment, okay? Every single book has those 5 pages. And let's take a look at the detail of what it means to be teaching a let's learn page. Now, the let's learn page is the unit opener, all right? And by the unit opener, we mean that we are bringing our students in as an upside down, okay, I need to show you it's an upside down pyramid, okay? That's, you bring from the extensive knowledge down to the intensive, okay? So it's the unit opener. In this particular example, you will ask questions like, where are the kids? What are they doing? Can anybody tell me where they are? And if they cannot say anything, you'll say, are they in a classroom? Are they in a train? Are they in a bus? And of course, they're in a bus, okay? So that is what you're doing when it comes to extensive knowledge and the unit opener. So that's why I say extensive learning. It also gives students the opportunity to be able to volunteer any knowledge that they might have, but other students might not. It also gives those stronger students the opportunity to just talk out, and it's their time to shine. So that is the extensive part of it. And so you will elicit responses. You're doing brainstorming. And if you're able to, you will try to encourage some kind of conversation, stimulate some kind of interest. If you're unable to do any of these kinds of things, that's no problem. It's just the unit opener. Now you're going to go to your pyramid. So you're going to go from first step, second step, third step, and then your 4th step over there. The idea is for you to go this way and then this way, okay? That is how you do your Let's Learn page. If you are on unit 3 or unit 4, you also then might do a possible review as well. Okay, so that's how we do Let's Learn. Let's move on to Let's Do. So our Let's Do is far more interactive. And what that means is this is book work. This is an opportunity for students to use their pens or pencils or whatnot, and for them to match and to use the content as they see fit, okay? Or as you are, as the teacher, are helping them to do it. So that is the idea behind it. In many ways, we have in many pages, we have stickers, we have coloring in spots, and we also have then the matching, okay? It's very procedural. So what I mean by that is, you as the teacher are going to follow the specific steps learned in your training in order to complete the Let's Do page. Most often you'll do it in the class time, but from time to time you may ask the students to do it as a homework exercise. It is also very much individual work. So what you're going to do is you're going to demonstrate it on the ITV in the classroom, but then it is individual work. And what I mean by that is it's an opportunity for kids to be able to focus and reflect on the work that they have been learning, okay? You're not going to jump straight into the Let's Do page. This is the review part. This is the reinforcement part. This is the place where you as the teacher can check to see if what you are teaching has been absorbed, has been learned by them. Okay, so I call it book work. And the reason why I just say book work is because it is for them to do themselves. Okay, it's not for you as the teacher to do it for them, okay? And as I said, it's checking. This is an opportunity for you to check and see that if your teaching is effective or not, what else you have to adjust in order for them to reach their goals. Okay. Now we move on to letters and sounds. Letters and sounds is a standalone, okay? It doesn't connect with the content that we are learning. However, it does follow the alphabet. So it's staggered, okay? It is step by step. You do 6 letters in your first book in, for example, A1. You do the next 6 letters and the next, and then 7 letters, if I'm not mistaken, or it's, yeah. And then you will review in A1 at the end of those books, you will then review the whole alphabet, okay? So it's standalone, and this is true for all of our books. You'll be teaching students the sounds of the letters. Of course, in level A and level B, that's really important. They need to know what the sounds are, but they also then need to be able to reproduce those sounds. So they have to be able to say G, 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 G. Okay, those are the sounds. They need to hear, understand what it is, identify them, and then reproduce them. When we move on to our more advanced levels, so for example, C and D, we really want to push the strokes. Students need to know what the strokes of the letters are. So for example, H, 1, 2, 3, okay? And then small h, 1, 2. Now the reason why they need to know the strokes is because they're going to apply that later on in their schools and certainly at PoPoDoo. They don't need to necessarily use a pencil, okay, maybe some of them are too young, they're not legally allowed to do this, but they certainly can learn the strokes simply by writing in the air, okay? So you as the teacher can work around it and make sure that they do understand what the strokes are. We will also be increasing their vocabulary. So you can do things like, I spy with my little eye, I spy with my little eye, something beginning with G, and the kids will say, goose, gloves, goat, girl, good, grapes, you know what I mean? And so they need to extend their knowledge in this kind of fashion. Of course, you as the teacher are making sure that there are a lot of opportunities for them to use their vocabulary, but in this way, it's more structured towards a sort of a phonetic way of doing it. And as a result, you need to increase their vocabulary. This is a fantastic opportunity for you to increase as well as review the vocabulary that they should know. All right, chanting is a very important part of this. It helps with cadence, it helps with fluency, it helps with memorization, and developing your own chants in order to reinforce the content is definitely something you can do. And this is why I say your extensions are very important. Make sure that you are delivering a lesson that is absolutely wonderful. So that is engaging, entertaining, and educational. All right, now we move on to our fun time. Fun time is varied, okay? It doesn't always follow the same pattern. In this particular example of fun time, you can see that it's a coloring in activity. Sometimes it's a stickers, sometimes it's stick in a magazine picture, sometimes it's stick in a photograph, sometimes it's draw a picture. The meaning is that it changes from book to book and from unit to unit. And so you will adjust accordingly. Maybe you will use it in class as an activity for the kids to do, which would be really fun. Maybe you can ask the parents at level D or E or F, you can ask the parents to provide something like a magazine cutting or pictures or something like this for kids to be able to stick in their books. You could also ask parents to provide paint, perhaps even, and to extend that out. You could even, if you wanted to and had the time, instead of using this book to do the craft in, it could be blown up to supersize, maybe an A3 size or an A2 size, and the kids could use it as a poster and have it as a poster in the classroom, or they could take it home. Okay, it's very much an interactive kind of thing. It's a very hands-on interactive. So the hands-on thing is kinesthetic. And as you know, the best way to learn something is by doing something. So it's a very wonderful opportunity for us to use what we've learned in the unit and to apply it in a practical way. Sometimes there's a reading activity here, and certainly we can use this opportunity and this time to push the reading, especially at the later levels of the books. And as I've just written down here, it's a great way to review. So make sure that you are really using all of the content that you've taught before to make that fun time lesson not only fun, but extremely educational. So it's a super time for reviewing. Finally, you have an assessment. At the end of every single unit, okay, so that's page 1, 2, 3, 4. The page 5 is going to be an assessment. Now that assessment will review the previous 4 pages. And as you can see right there, it's got the content and it's got the listen and letters and sounds, I'm sorry. And then of course it's got a little oral test over there. Now the assessment varies from time to time, and you can just use it as a general wrap-up lesson, but making sure that students are certainly following and meeting the objectives that you wish them to meet. Okay, right. Now let's move on to the broad aspect of our content. If you were to break the book up, you could break the book up into 20 days, so a month, right? On Monday, you teach page 1. On Tuesday, teach page 2. Wednesday, 3. Thursday, 4. Friday, 5, etc., etc. And what that would be, let's learn, let's do, letters and sounds, fun time, and assessment. And of course, then Friday would be then your review of the whole week. Now, this would, if you were to follow it day by day, week by week, this is what it would look like. But of course, at PoPoDoo, this is not how we teach the content. And of course, as you know, the 4th unit is the review of the whole book. This is not how we teach the content. What we're doing at PoPoDoo is we're bringing this all together for twice a week, okay? So our students are coming to our schools twice a week, and it is up to us to present this content in a way that is efficient and fun. So how do we do it? Easy. That's not only for the first month, but for every single month. We will teach page 1, 2, and 4 on the Tuesday, and we teach page 3 and 5 on the Friday, and we review. Okay, so that means we're reviewing page 1, 2, 4. In the following week, we'll teach page 6, 7, 9, but we will also review what's gone before. And then we will teach page 8 and 10. We will review this as well as this. Teach, review, teach, review. Teach, review. Of course, you got it right. Teach, review. Okay, that is your spiral method of teaching. And that is how you are going to be a successful teacher and making sure that your students retain as much of the knowledge that you are teaching them. Okay, and that is how we do it. All right. So there we go. Tuesdays 1, 2, 4, Friday 3 and 5. And again, that is how you do it for all of the books. So I've just now explained the spiral method, actually. It's over there, and it's pretty straightforward. Okay, so thank you, teachers. I really do hope you enjoyed this video. This was part 4 of our part 4 video, and thank you very much for watching. I wish you all the best of luck and happy teaching. See you again soon. Bye.